Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make a sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. The outermost layer consists of 6 friendly creatures: an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above me, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that is a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, creating a firewall to go up all around me. Visualize the firewall as vividly as you can. The third layer of protection is from the subtle energy of mantra Om. So take your attention to your spinal terminus or the base of your perineum, Muladhara chakra, 4 petal lotus, red color. Rest of the instructions you're familiar now. So take a deep breath in for Om mantra. Take your awareness to the spinal terminus of the coccyx bones, Swadhisthana chakra, 6 petal lotus, orange color. Increase pitch a little bit. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura chakra behind the navel, 10 petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata chakra behind the heart center, 12 petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi chakra behind the throat pit, 16 petal lotus, color blue. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya chakra, 2 petal lotus, color indigo. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara chakra, top of the center of the head, 1000 petal lotus, color white. Take a deep breath, increase pitch further. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadi Ma Vidishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Keep them near your chest. Make your sankalpa for chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra by following me. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for both of you to reside inside me in your effulgent form. Om Triyambakam Nijamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Nijamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Nijamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Very gently release your hands, keep them on your knees. Focus your complete attention on the steadiness of your body. And in that, visualize the steadiness of your mind. Try and do a couple of rounds of Prana Shuddhi. Feel you're completely grounded to Mother Earth. Feel confident that she will always provide for all your necessities in life. Feel a surging energy coming in from Mother Earth into your body, spreading all through the body. Feel a unique sense of confidence within yourself. that you can face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. And very gently open your eyes and then lie down on the back for today's practice, lesson 2 of Myth of Aging. In lesson 1, we worked on the back muscles, the extensor muscles. In lesson 2, we'll be working with the flexor muscles, mainly the rectus abdominis. Very quickly, we'll start a body scan. Pay attention to your feet. Just visualize how your feet are. They could be completely flopped on the sides of the ground. They may be partially raised. They may be completely vertical. How exactly is your feet visualized? Then bring attention to your heels. Feel the pressure between the heels and the ground. And see whether the pressure is the same on the right leg and the left leg. If there is a difference, try and understand which one is pressing more than the other. Then pay attention to the lower leg from the ankle joint right up to the knees. And see whether the entire calf muscles is touching the ground or are they raised from the ground? If so, to what extent are they raised? And pay attention to back of the knees. Are they flat and touching the ground or are they raised away from the ground? And whether they are symmetrical on both sides. That is one side touching the ground, one side not touching, or both the sides are not touching. And if they are raised, are they raised to the same level on both sides, or is there a difference? Try and visualize mentally by examining the back of the knees mentally. And pay attention from the knees up to the hip joint, the entire thigh region. How much of it is touching the ground? Are they symmetrical on the right side and the left side? Is the pressure between them and the ground identical on both sides? If there are differences, what are the differences? Just make a note. You don't have to do anything. You have to only observe your own body. That's all. Then pay attention to the buttocks on both sides. What is the pressure between the buttocks and the ground? And are they symmetrical on both sides? If not, which side is pressing more than the other? Then bring your attention to your backside. Start with the spinal cord. Is the tailbone touching the ground? Are the lumbar vertebrae touching the ground? Are the thoracic vertebrae touching the ground? If they are not, which ones are not touching and what is the gap between them and the ground? Make an estimate. Then pay attention to both sides of the lower back. Are they both touching the ground or are they raised from the ground? And is it symmetrical on both sides? Repeat it for the mid back. Repeat it for the upper back. Now bring attention to both the shoulders. Are they flushed along the ground on both sides? If there is a difference, what is the difference between the right and the left? Is one shoulder pressing more into the ground as compared to the other? Are both the shoulders raised? Is one shoulder raised more than the other? Then pay attention to both the arms, how they are resting on the ground, and the elbow, and the forearm, the wrist, palm, and fingers. Now bring your attention to the neck. Visualize the gap between the neck and the ground and mentally measure what is the gap. Is it half a millimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 centimeter? What is it? Then bring attention to back of the neck. How is it resting on the ground? What is the pressure between the back of the head and the ground? Then bring attention to the top of the head. Relax the top of the head. Relax all the facial muscles. Relax the front side of the body. As you relax the front side of the body, see whether you can notice any changes on the areas you inspected before. The heels on the ground, back of the knee in the ground, buttocks on the ground, and the spinal cord on the ground. If you notice any change, what exactly is the change you are noticing? Be clear about it. And very slowly and gently fold both the legs, feet flat on the ground, knees facing the ceiling. In this position, we will do our arch and curl. So first, allow the lower pelvis to roll down along the ground, and the tailbone will press on the ground, creating a small arch below the belt line. Be aware of it. Breathing in, do this. While breathing out, roll back. Let the lower vertebrae touch the ground. It will bring the tailbone up from the ground. Be aware of that. And as you are bringing the tailbone up, pay attention to what happens to your feet. Are you pressing a little harder on the ground with your feet to let the tailbone come up? Once again, breathing in, roll forward, allowing the spinal cord to roll, and the tailbone touches the ground, lower spine arches. Breathing out, roll back, tailbone raises from the ground. Both sides of the body are touching the ground. You don't lift them, only the spinal cord rolls forward and backward. Once again, breathing in, roll forward, tailbone presses on the ground, lower back arches, breathing out, roll back, tailbone raises from the ground, lower back presses into the ground. Now keep both the fingers interlaced under your head. Once again, breathing in, roll the lower pelvis down, tailbone presses on the ground, lower back arches. Now breathing out, roll back, pressing the vertebrae on the ground, bring the head up, bring the elbows closer to each other. And then very slowly breathing in, very slowly bring the head down, allowing the lower back to roll forward, tailbone presses on the ground. Once again, breathing out, roll back, and then bring the head up, elbows closer to each other. Then breathing out, come down, allowing the lower back to roll back, tailbone presses on the ground. Roll forward and the tailbone presses on the ground. Once again, breathing in, roll down, tailbone presses, breathing out, roll back, head comes up, elbows closer, and then relax. Now, only the right hand is under the head. The left hand will hold the right knee over on top of the knee. Will hold the right leg. Left hand will hold the right leg on top of the knee. And very slowly, breathing in, you will bring the knee closer to the chest. You will bring your head up, aiming the elbow towards the knee. If it naturally goes and touches the knee, it's okay. Otherwise, just aim it in the direction of the knees. And very slowly, breathing out, come down, let the leg come down. Come down slowly, only then you will get the benefit of the asana, not otherwise. Come down very slowly. Once again, breathing in, let the leg come closer to the chest, head comes up, elbows aimed towards the knee. Once again, breathing out, very slowly come down. Now the third time when you are doing it, pay attention to your front muscles, the rectus abdominis, how it is contracting when you are coming up. Pay attention to the back side of the spinal cord muscles. They must expand, they must stretch or elongate to allow this forward movement to happen comfortably. So do that and then try and press the lower vertebrae more on the ground. That will help you come up a little more and go closer to your knees. So pay attention to all these and start breathing in, pressing the lower back more on the ground. Aim the elbows toward the knees. Feel the front muscles contracting, back muscles elongating. Breathing out, very slowly come down. Very slowly come down. Take your own time coming down. That is when the maximum benefits occur. That is when your brain registers what you are doing and then the conscious brain takes over, relaxing the muscles. Once again, get ready, breathing in, paying attention to front muscles, back muscles. Bring the head up, aim the elbow towards the knee. Breathing out, very slowly come down. Very slowly come down. Last round, on your own, remember to come down slowly. Press the lower vertebrae a little more on the ground when you're coming up. And then come back, release, stretch your legs, and relax. Take some breathing, let the breathing come back to normal. Now bring the left hand under the head. So the right hand will hold the left knee. Once again, breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground. And then breathing out, breathing in, come up. I'm sorry, you should be breathing out while coming up, breathing in while rolling back. Sorry. So once again, breathing in, roll the tailbone, press the tailbone on the ground, roll the pelvis down, and while breathing out, come up. While breathing out, come up. Very slowly come back. Allow it to come down very slowly. Second round, pay attention to front muscles, back muscles. Press the lower vertebrae a little more on the ground to help you come up a little more. So once again, breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground. Breathing out, come up. Aim the elbow towards the knee. Left elbow towards the left knee. Come down. Very slowly come down. Next round. On your own. Come down very slowly. Very slowly come down. Feel how you are releasing the muscles when you're coming down. Last round. Remember coming down very slow, very slow, very slow. Coming down very slow, very slow, very slow. Now we'll do this same practice cross lateral. So right hand under the head. Now the left hand will hold the left knee. Left hand will hold the left knee and the right elbow will be aimed towards the left knee. So once again, breathe in, press the tailbone down, lower back arches. As you breathe out, roll back, press the vertebrae more, come up, aim the right elbow towards the left knee. Then come down on your own, very slowly. Second round. Now, in the third round, try and do a small variation for the working on the neck muscles. Turn your head to the right side. So your palm is touching the right ear and keeping the head turned that side, come up. Keeping the head turned to the right side, come up. Very good. It's a different feeling that you get. You're working on the neck muscles in addition to the front muscles. 2 more rounds. Next round on your own. Start. Last round on your own. Keep the head turned to the right side. Now stretch your legs and relax a little bit. As you relax, try and see if there is any difference between the right side of the body and the left side of the body. In terms of the various points and their relationship to the ground, is there a difference in the right side and on the left side. Now keep the left hand under the head, fold back the legs. Right hand will hold on top of the right knee. Breathing in, roll down, tailbone presses on the ground. Breathing out, roll back, vertebrae touch the ground. Bring the left elbow, aim it towards the right knee. Then very slowly come down. Take your time coming down. Feel the release and the relaxation of the muscle. Second round. Breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground. Breathing out, bring the head up, aim the left elbow towards the right knee. Come down slowly on your own. Very slowly come down. Now turn the head to the left side and repeat 3 more times. So round 1. Second round. Then third round. And once again, relax and stretch your legs. Once again, scan your body. When you're ready, fold the legs once again. Interlace both the hands under the head. Now in this position, first breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground, lower back arches. As you breathe out and roll back, let the head come up, only the head, with both the elbows coming closer to each other. Very slowly release, very slowly release, very slowly release. Release very slowly. Take a couple of breaths. Once again, breathing in, roll the pelvis down, tailbone presses on the ground, lower back arches. As you start breathing out, let the lower back roll back and bring the head up, elbows closer to each other. Very slowly come back, very slowly come back. Third round, when you're doing it, feel the front muscles contracting, back muscles stretching. Be aware of this movement. And when you're coming down very slowly, see both the muscles nicely relaxing and coming back to their original resting tone. Be aware of this happening in your body. So get ready, take a deep breath in, roll the lower back down, tailbone presses on the ground, lower back arches. Breathing out, bring the lower back, roll back the lower back, bring the head up, elbows closer to each other. And then when you're coming down, come down very slowly on your own. Very slowly on your own. Third round. Get ready. Breathing in. Roll the lower pelvis down. Tailbone presses on the ground. And then rolling back. Breathe out. Bring the head up. Elbows closer to each other. Then come down slowly. Next round. Breathing in, roll down. Breathing out, come up. Then breathing in, come down. Rolling down the spine, tailbone touches ground, lower back arches. Breathing out, come up. And then come down very slowly and relax. Come down very slowly and relax. Once again, stretch your legs out. Since you have done most of the practices, just see how your body is in relationship to the ground. Are there any changes that you feel has happened? If so, what are those changes? Can you feel them? Then when you're ready, once again, interlace both the hands under the head, fold the legs, feet flat on the ground, knees facing the ceiling. Breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground. Breathing out, bring the head up, both the elbows, and bring the knees closer, aiming both the elbows towards both the knees. And very slowly come down. Let the legs go down. Let the head come down. Relax. Now, one more time. Breathing in. Press the lower back down. Tailbone presses on the ground. Lower back arches. Then breathing out. Roll back. Lower back presses on the ground. Head comes up. Both the elbows are aimed at both the knees. Both the knees are also lifted up. They both come closer to each other. Then very slowly release and relax. Third round on your own. Start. Go according to your capacity. Don't try to overdo. Not necessary to touch the knees. What is important is the action and the slow release. Let the release be slow and careful. Then the muscles will relax. You will be able to touch the knees one day without any difficulty. Don't force it now. Fourth round on your own. Last round on your own. Excellent. Stretch your legs and relax. Since we have some more time, we will do 2 more variations to this. So keep the right hand under the head. So the left hand will hold the left knee. And this time when you are coming up, instead of aiming the elbow at the knee, you will aim your chin at the knees. So 3 times you will practice aiming the chin at the left knee. Very slowly, breathing in, roll down, tailbone presses, lower back arches, breathing in, come up, and aim your chin towards your left knee. And then very slowly come down. When you're ready to do the second round, breathing in, roll down first, press the tailbone, arch the lower back, breathing out, come up, pointing the chin towards the left knee. One more round. And then relax. If you want to stretch your legs, you stretch your legs and then fold them back. Now this time, when you're coming up, you will try to bring the forehead closer to the knees. Those who are very flexible will be able to touch the forehead to the knees. Others aim the forehead towards the knees. So get ready, start breathing in, roll the lower spine down, press the tailbone, arch the lower back, breathing out, come up, point the forehead towards the left knee. Don't force the body, don't force the body. Let it go only where it can comfortably go, release back very slowly. When you keep releasing slowly over a period of time without any extra effort, automatically you will touch the knees. But don't force it now. Then the muscles will stay contracted. You will never be able to release them. So ensure that you don't force it, because when you force it, it becomes a stress response to the body and it keeps the muscle contracted. So very important not to force it. Go only where your body can comfortably go. Second round, breathing in, roll down, arch the lower back, press the tailbone down, breathing out, come up, aim the forehead towards the left knee. And very slowly, breathing in, come down. Very slowly, come down. Last round. Now relax, stretch your legs and take some rest. Then we'll repeat it on the other side. So once again, very slowly fold both the legs, feet on the ground, knees facing the sky, left hand under the head. Right hand will hold the right knee. Breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground, lower back arches. When you're breathing out, roll back, allowing the lower back to touch the ground. Bring the head up, aim the chin at the knees. Aim the chin at the knees. Very slowly come back. Very slowly come back. Lovely. Second round. Breathing in, roll down, tailbone presses, lower back arches. Breathing out, bring the head up, chin aimed at the knee. Last round. Breathing in, roll down, press the tailbone on the ground. Breathing out, come up, roll back, chin pointed toward the knees. Then take some rest. Last 3 rounds, you will be trying to aim the forehead towards the knees. Aim the forehead towards the knees. So get ready. Breathing in, roll the back down. Tailbone presses on the ground, lower back arches. Breathing out, bring the head up, aim the forehead towards the knees. Two more rounds on your own. When you have completed, stretch your legs forward, hands by the side of the body, and do your body scan once again. First, pay attention to your heels and their relationship to the ground. And what changes can you notice between the time you started to the time now? How are the heels in relationship to the ground? Do you notice any change at all? Then lower legs, are they pressing more on the ground now as compared to when you started? Can you feel any difference there? What about the back of the knees? Is the gap between the back of the knees and the ground reduced? Or is it completely touching the ground? Or is it the same as you when you started? What is the difference? If at all there is a difference, make a note. And pay attention to both the thighs and how they are in relationship to the ground and the changes from the start to now. Repeat the same for both the buttocks, how they are pressing against the ground, and is the symmetry between right and left improved if it was different in the beginning? Then both the shoulder blades, have they moved closer to the ground now? Then both the arms, elbows, forehead, wrists, and fingers. Then both the shoulders, and the neck region, back of the neck, has the gap between the neck and the ground reduced, or is it the same as when you started? And lastly, back of the head and the pressure between the back of the head and the ground. Is there any change? Has the pressure come down? Has the pressure increased? Or is it the same as when you started? Then very slowly turn to one side with the support of your hands. Very gently sit up. We'll practice Brahmari Pranayam, then we'll practice Om chanting. Get ready for Brahmari Pranayam. You can keep your hands in Padma Mudra. The right palm on top of the left, both of them resting on the heels. Keep your body straight. Make sure your chin is not tilted up, your head is not tilted up. Keep it in neutral position, slightly, chin is slightly lower. In this position, you will take a deep breath in, and while breathing out, you will make the humming sound from the throat. Now you will practice Prana Shuddhi Ujjayi with Kechari Mudra. So you will roll the tongue inside. The tip of the tongue will touch the inside upper palate. You will make a soft hissing sound from your throat, and you will direct the breath mentally from the left nostril, then out from the right, in from the right, out from the left. Repeat this one more time, and then both breathe in through both the nostrils, out from both the nostrils. So get ready, roll your roll your tongue inside, and start. Stop your practice. Get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected against all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. Take a deep breath in. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. Rub your hands nicely when they're warm. Then keep them on your eyes. Feel the prana shakti flowing in from the palm into the eyes. Very gently open your eyes. Be aware of the colors you can see when you open the eyes, with the palm still closing the eyes. Then very slowly release your hands. Hari Om. That's it. So have a great week ahead. See you all on Thursday. We'll be continuing with the new asanas of lesson 6. Bye.